We just heard a little-known band from Los Angeles called The Allies, who never actually put out a record, but they did play some songs in movies, and one of those movies was Angel, 1984. That song was in it, sort of the theme to that movie, and the star of that film and so many other projects is with us tonight. Donna Wilkes, what an honor to speak with you.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And not only is Donna joining us on this show, but next weekend she'll be at the Chiller Theater Convention in Parsippany.
I sure am. I'll be there April 25th, 26th, and 27th.
And Kevin Clement puts on a great convention every year. Aside from you, there's also Katie Seagal and Shirley Jones and Priscilla Presley and Lonnie Anderson. The list goes on and on, all the guests that are going to be there. You know, there are some celebrities that they're known mainly for one thing. Like they're in Star Trek and they're just known for Star Trek. With you, you've got the Jaws fans, you've got the Angel fans, you've done horror movies. Of all of your projects, which of those get mentioned the most by fans when they come to see you?
Boy, you know what? I have to say it's a toss-up. It really is. It's between Jaws 2 and Angel. I do have to say those are the most popular. Some people come up with The Incredible Hulk.
Right.
Others were a fan of Hello, Larry. Let's see. And just, other shows that I've done, like with Linda Carter.
Right.
If you're a Linda Carter fan, I did a TV movie, 2 TV movies with her, actually. One was Born to be Sold, and the other one, I did a series with her and Lonnie Anderson called Partners in Crime.
Ah, okay.
But, there's people that remember stuff that I did that I don't even remember myself. I'm like, oh, my God, yeah, I was in that.
Well, I like all those things, but as listeners of this show will know, I have a particular obsession with the TV series Hello, Larry.
Really?
Well, I'll tell you why. McLean Stevenson is playing a guy who's on the radio.
Right, of course.
And look where I wind up. That was
exactly.
So it's a show that's thought of as not a huge success, but I remember it being very, very popular when I was a kid, and we all watched it.
Well, I think that it got kind of a bad rap, that show, and I kind of bought into it. Uh-huh. And I have to say that someone sent me like the first season on DVD, and I watched it, and my daughter watched it, and we were laughing. It was actually funny. I thought it was good. It was a lot better than I remember it being. McLean had left MASH to do this.
Right.
So he wanted to be a big success, and I remember, I think they brought in like Meadowlark Lemon and a lot of different characters, and then we did crossover shows with different strokes.
Right.
Which was a lot of fun. We rehearsed right next door to them, so we were all very friendly with each other.
Now, I have to say, at the time when I was watching that, I was in love with Kim Richards. My love for you happened a few years later.
Right. Kim was adorable. Oh,
yeah.
So cute.
Well, hello, Larry.
We're talking to actress Donna Wilkes, who was in the TV series Hello, Larry, and also the movies Jaws 2, Schizoid, and, of course, a movie that's a very, very monumental film for guys of a certain generation, Angel, 1984. This is a movie that, I think it had a budget of maybe $3 million. And
not even.
God knows how much money it's made since.
Yeah.
And
I think really the budget was under $1 million.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was really something insane. We shot it, and in those days, 21 days to make a movie was unheard of. Wow. And we shot it in 21 days.
And you did some research. You actually hung out with these. I should tell the audience, for people who don't know, for the 3 or 4 people who don't know, honor student by day, Hollywood hooker by night. That's the poster. But it leaves out one extra tantalizing tidbit. There's a killer on the loose.
Right, yeah.
But you actually went out and hung around some of these ladies of the evening to see what their lives were like, right?
Yeah, I did. Because, I've always done research on my roles, and I wanted to know what they were like and what it was like to have. I figured they were going to have pimps. And I just wanted to see what that kind of relationship was and how they were, how they felt about what they were doing, and kind of how they did it, I got to be really friendly with a lot of them. And then I started working with a a charity called Children of the Night.
Right.
And that's with a lot that was helping a lot of runaways that come from the Midwest and want to come and be a movie star, and then they get caught up in drugs and whatever, and the pimps try and get a hold of them and promise them things, but it helps them get a grip on their life again. So that was I was able to meet some that had been reformed and starting a new life also.
Yeah.
So I got to talk to them too.
And in that film, what a tremendous cast. You're working with Dick Shawn, Rory Calhoun, Susan Tyrrell. I mean, it just must have been one story after another for you on the set.
Amazing. It was amazing. It really was. I mean, such pros. I mean, I felt I was so blessed to be working with such talent, and it was just so wonderful. It was just everybody pulled together, and we were all like a family, and it was just Dick Shawn was just amazing. Rory and Susan Tyrell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow. Their ad libs were just genius.
It's funny because that's a movie that I snuck and watched. I was probably a little too young to watch it on cable.
Most were.
Yeah. But I watched it. It's a life changer. I'll never forget that film. But I have to tell you this, I watched it again a little later with my grandmother.
Wow.
My grandmother loved it.
Really?
She really loved it, and she always said that Dick Shawn and Susan Tyrell should have had a sitcom with as those two characters as a spinoff.
Yeah, yeah, they were brilliant together. It was incredible watching those two work together.
And one of the scenes or the characters that sticks out to me always in that film is sort of the nerdy guy at the high school who's coming up to your character Molly, and he's asking Molly out for a date. And you're, politely turning him down. And I guess, the audience is somewhat sympathetic to this poor schmuck. He doesn't have a chance. And then at the end of the movie, when the secret gets out, he comes up to you with money, like $21. And that is one of the truest scenes in motion pictures because deep down, every guy is a dog. even the shy, nice guy.
It's true what my mom said.
Molly.
What is it, Wayne?
I just wanted to ask you out.
I told you my mother wrote me out.
No. Look, I've been saving this. It's $23. It's all I've got. Will it be enough?
We're talking with actress Donna Wilkes, who's going to be at the Chiller Theater Convention next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you want to get a chance to meet her and get an autograph. And we were talking about the film Angel, and it's amazing. This movie has always been in print. It was on VHS, it's on DVD, I'm sure it's on Blu-ray. And, it's a little low-budget film that has, tremendous legs.
Yeah, it was amazing, the reception that I got, especially in Europe, because I really thought that I was going to get creamed in Europe. I really did.
Right.
And, oh, my God, I mean, we had standing ovations. And when, they saw me with a gun, I mean, they were like, go, Angel, And it was like, they just got so into it. It was a huge hit, in Germany and in Spain and, things like, those countries. So that was surprising. It was surprising that such a little movie, had such a big impact. It was great.
Now, I know you took a long sabbatical from acting to raise a family, which is an admirable thing, but I understand that recently you've come back to movies.
Well, yeah. Actually, someone that I had met while doing Angel that was on the crew became a director and called me, got in touch with me, and asked if I would do a role in his film. It was like a cameo. And I thought, well, and I looked at the role and I thought, oh, my God, this is so not me. And I thought, oh, maybe that's what will make it funny because it's so not me.
Right.
So I did it, and I really enjoyed the experience working with them. They were great. And then I did another film for him. And because my daughter now, she's in college, she's grown up, I'm ready to go back and just go where I feel comfortable, which is, in the entertainment field. That's what I've done all my life. And I was kind of like a fish out of water when I was not raising my daughter, but when I was working in another field to raise her, because I was a single mom all those years. So, and I just, I didn't want to raise her in that environment.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be around. You're traveling, and right. It's
it's very narcissistic, and I can't just imagine really taking care of somebody else when it's all about you. It's just kind of weird. But and I've seen that happen. With when I was younger, and I would hang out with celebrities' kids, and they had a lot of problems. And I wanted my daughter just to have a regular, well, as much as regular as it can be, being a single mom.
Right.
Right. Upbringing. So.
Well, it's great to hear that you're back in front of the camera, and the movie that I see is My Stepbrother is a Vampire.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Dee Wallace played a role in that. And then my friend just did a movie called 90210 Shark Attack.
Oh, great.
And I got to play a teacher in that. I was the oldest person on that set. It was really kind of fun, but I'm really loving it. I mean, and I haven't really sought out any roles. I haven't really gone out and gotten an agent, and I haven't done that yet. So
right.
These few little roles have come to me, and it's good. It kind of puts my toes back in the water.
One of the other films that you're most known for is Jaws 2, and I keep hearing rumors about there being another Jaws movie.
They might be, because there's been a lot of interest in Jaws. I'm going to be going to Germany at the end of the year for a Jaws festival that they're having me come. They invited me to come and do some autograph signings. And, there's been a few that I've noticed, Jaws Fest and things of that nature. So they could be. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well,
I'm not in the know, really. So, and I wanted to mention, too, that there's a website, DonnaWilkes.com.
Oh, yes.
That has a bunch of stuff that someone I know set it up, and it kind of has everything that I'm doing, or so if you want to go on that and check that out, there's a bunch of pictures on there and stuff.
So that's DonnaWilkes.com, and hopefully when there's more, career news and stuff, it'll be posted up on there. Obviously, you've got the 2 movies now, the 2 most recent movies, and I couldn't let you go without mentioning a film you did very early on in your career called Almost Summer. It was sort of a high school teen comedy in the vein of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which would come later. And for Beach Boys fanatics, such as myself, there's a Beach Boys connection, because the Beach Boys spin-off group Celebration did some songs for that movie. In fact, we're going to end this interview playing the theme to that film, Almost Summer. And I believe Dennis Wilson is somehow indirectly involved in that film.
His ex-wife was in that movie, Karen Lamb.
Oh, okay, right.
He had a small part in that movie, and it was a Motown production. Berry Gordy's daughters were in that movie. Yeah, there's Dee Dee Conn was in it.
Right.
Let's see, David Wilson, who I think played my boyfriend. That was the very first movie I did as an adult. Well, it was Almost Summer. That's how I got my SAG card.
Well, Donna, it is such a thrill to speak with you. And I'm sure listeners probably have a bunch of questions that they've got for you, too, and they can see you and ask those questions next weekend at the Chiller Theater Convention in Parsippany, New Jersey. Donna, thanks so much for coming on, and have a great rest of your night.
You too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.